Hello, and thanks for joining us. The tragedy of the Minneapolis school shooting has had a far-reaching impact, with families in our area not only feeling the grief, but schools in our area also having increased security. The Plymouth Police Department says it received a word about a threat regarding a school in Plymouth on Wednesday. That threat, police say, was vague and turned out to be unsubstantiated. The Wayzata and Robbinsdale area public school districts were initially notified of the report, but upon further investigation, Plymouth police say they found no credible threat. Both districts don't start full in-person school until Tuesday. In other local news, a major announcement from Golden Valley-based General Mills. The food company is planning a $54 million expansion near its Golden Valley headquarters. General Mills announced it will expand its James Ford Bell Technical Center by adding a new 35,000 square foot wing to the building. It's a 20% increase in the building size. About 1,000 employees work there now. The company calls it a critical step to ensure it's at the forefront of innovation. The expansion will help in the development of new food offerings. The new space is scheduled to open in the fall of 2027. Robbinsdale residents could see a bump in their property taxes coming in 2026. The City Council recently reviewed a proposal from city staff members for an 8% increase in the tax levy. If the council approves the increase, median value homeowners could expect to see about a $15 increase in their monthly taxes. However, that's just in the city's portion and doesn't include taxes from the county or school district. The council is expected to vote on a final tax levy later this year. With school nearly back in session, a local health care provider wants to remind families that it's a good time for kids to get their routine immunizations. Hennepin County is offering free walk-in clinics for anyone 18 and younger this fall. A number of them are happening at schools near our area throughout the rest of August and September. A Brooklyn Park Hennepin healthcare doctor says this is a great opportunity for kids who may have fallen behind on vaccines. This clinic can get them up to date before fall activities.
Approaching life from let's do more things that would maintain our health, along with utilizing the medical knowledge that we have now that has extended life expectancy way more than double what it was in the 1800s. Like, people are now living to 100 readily.
The clinics will offer free vaccines to protect kids from measles, mumps, pertussis, and diphtheria. We'll post a list of those locations at ccxmedia.org. The first half of the Minnesota State Fair has come and gone, but transit officials in Maple Grove say it was a record-setting weekend for bus service. Nearly 13,000 people took the State Fair Express bus from the Maple Grove Transit Station during the first weekend of the Great Minnesota Get-Together. That's 3,600 more people than last year. Local transit officials credit the convenient location and the nice weather for the spike in ridership. But unfortunately, they are not in a position to accommodate weekday express service from this location.
There probably is great demand for the weekday service, but unfortunately, all our equipment and the drivers and the parking is all utilized for our normal express bus service. So, you know, we're looking at ways to see if we can try to figure out a way to offer that weekday service. It probably would be very popular here, but there are a lot of challenges to do it at this location.
Buses run approximately every 30 minutes on the weekends and Labor Day. The parking garage holds just over 900 vehicles, so the advice is to come early. A Golden Valley entrepreneur peddled her business into this year's Great Minnesota Get-Together for the first time.
They wanted us here. I mean, I think we just have a great brand. We're fun, you know, and I think they just thought it would be a good fit.
Golden Valley resident Christina Irvina owns Pedal Pub, a 16-seat party bike. People can rent a pedal pub and take in some scenic views of downtown Minneapolis while enjoying a few beverages with friends. Irvina and her fiance bought the Pedal Pub franchise a year ago and wanted to use the state fair to help market their business and sell tours. The fair accepted their application and placed them in a prominent location on the corner of Judson Avenue and Nelson Street.
So yeah, we're just trying to get the word out. You know, once people take a pedal pub tour, we often always have return guests. You know, we've had a lot of people come up and tell us that they love it and they want to do it again.
A 90-minute pedal pub tour normally costs $499, but they're offering a state fair special for $249. And in September, they plan to start offering tours in Anoka. This weekend, a chance to check out some classic cars for a cause. Next Gen Legacy Foundation, a Brooklyn Center nonprofit, is hosting its car show fundraiser for the community on Saturday. The car show is being held in the Brooklyn Center Little League parking lot. It's free to attend and will have barbecue, bounce houses, and games. Most importantly, it'll have classic cars like this. Next Gen Legacy's KB Balla says his nonprofit is raising funds to renovate the neighboring church's gym and make it usable. Ultimately, he wants to give kids a positive hub.
Meet kids where they are. They love sports. So we can have a safe place that we can bring them, play the game, and also talk to them about different career paths, talk to them about financial literacy, talk to them about, entrepreneurship.
It does cost $20 if you've got a car to enter into the show. We'll post how you can enter at ccxmedia.org.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Prep football kicks off Thursday for most local teams, with a few hitting the field Friday. As Jay Wilcox reports, Osseo has a blast from the past leading the way this fall.
As opening night approaches, guys in the Osseo football program are pretty happy with what they've seen in practices and scrimmages.
It's been good, very energetic. A lot of guys are very excited for the first game, ready to get after it, so that's nice.
Everything's great, with camp going. Teams really coming together, offense, defense, we're all feeling each other and getting ready for week 1.
The big news in the program, of course, is the return of Darren Lampker as head coach. Lampker last coached the Orioles in 2015, winning the state 6A title. He returns after a stint coaching college ball at Augsburg.
It's been phenomenal. He's really showed us his prowess and how good of a coach he is. Learning from him every day. He's the schemes he's brought and the offense we're running, it'll really shock a lot of people.
These are great kids. They've worked so hard. We've got to know each other. They've known, what I'm trying to do, and I've watched what they're trying to do, and we've kind of come to some common ground and have a lot of fun. And so we're really excited to get it to go against somebody else on Thursday night.
The Orioles will build around a good senior class. Some key players to watch include offensive lineman Trey Odagwe, a Winona State recruit, plus safeties Philip Say and Gary Holloway. Osseo was 2-7 last season, and they haven't been especially successful in recent years. Lampker knows there's no magic wand to wave to instantly become a championship contender, but thinks the Orioles should be able to compete against most of their 2025 foes.
You always have high expectations, so it wouldn't matter where we left off or where we started. I just, I want them to enjoy football, have a good time, but also put the work in and have high expectations. You don't go into any games thinking, hey, let's just keep it close. We want to try to win those games, but also doing it the right way.
But this is probably the strongest senior class we've had in a couple years. So we're all together. We've played with each other since youth ball. So we're looking to take a lot.
We'll find out soon how the first chapter of the Darren Lampker era Part 2 begins as the Orioles host Coon Rapids Thursday. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
It's week 2 of the high school volleyball season for some teams, including Wayzata. The Trojans took on another Lake Conference foe, Hopkins, earlier this week. Lake Conference Volleyball Monday, it's Hopkins in its first match of the season, taking on Wayzata in the Trojans home opener. First set, and Lucy Lobbs delivers an ace serve. The Royals score the first 3 points of the match. Back set here by the Trojans, Eva Swenson to Ellie Osowski with a big swing and kill. Trojans take their first lead of the night at 8-7. Then the quick set in the middle by Swenson to Lucy Moore, who goes off hands and down for another Trojans point. Part of a 9-0 scoring run for Wayzata. They win set 1, 25-16. Second set, good defense by Wayzata libero Sam Wineland getting the dig, and the ball isn't returned by the Royals, so a kill for the senior. Trojans have an early lead. Long set across by Swenson. DeKayla to Rocky, who goes cross-court attack for a point. Trojans up by 3. Hopkins' outstanding outside hitter Ava Jennings gets her big swing only partially blocked. To Royals' point, the freshman pulling her team to within 6. Then Jennings and Elise Budolfsson go up and get the block. The Royals score a point, pull within 3 late. But Naraki gets the final point of set 2 with this attack and kill. Trojans win at 25-21. The third set is all Wayzata. Moore up for the block here. Trojans lead 13-1. And senior Jaden Breen ends the match with this kill. Wayzata wins 25-4 in the third to sweep, and even their season record at 1-1, Hopkins now 0-1. And a reminder that this weekend you can watch our 30-minute 2025 CCX Sports Hall of Fame special, where we reveal the 4 newest members into our hall. That show will air periodically here on CCX1 and will be available to view on the web at ccxmedia.org.